two big themes in the movie. One is how do you play together brother and sister? And it's not only brother and sister, but also older brother and younger sister. And a big theme in the movie is empathy. As you get older, you have to realize that you have to be empathetic to your younger sibling. And of course, you change and your interests change, but you have to learn how to play together. That's a big theme. Lego means play well. And a big theme of this movie is how does the brother and sister learn how to play well together? The second big theme is growing up. Now it's 5 years later. Finn has gotten older. He's almost a teenager. And for him, he's losing his imagination a little bit. In some ways, it echoes the first movie where Will Ferrell and the father figure, as he got older, as he got busier, he started to lose his sense of play. He started to lose his imagination. And you start seeing that with Finn in this movie. He's starting to lose some of his imagination. And it's only by playing with his sister that he gets his imagination back.
You watch the live action, it'll really inform the animation. So at the end of the day, when you finish watching the movie, you go, okay, now I get it. At first, I saw different action going on in the animation and maybe not quite piecing it all together, not understanding some of the character motivations. But that's intentional because when you piece it together with the live action, you'll understand, okay, there's part of a bigger story here. This is actually all playing out in the imagination of a kid's mind, in this case, two kids' minds. And then so you start to see, okay, this is how this all fits together. It's almost like a puzzle, these Lego movies. And they all come together because the live action is the glue.
Lucy really gets a chance to showcase her own journey in this movie. Early on, she's captured and she's trying to investigate this world in the Sistar system. And what's great about that journey is she meets lots of different characters along the way, and she thinks she's a really tough person. She has a really cool outfit, and she's all in black and with streaks of color. And then you realize over the course of the movie that she has more color than you think. You know, in the case of the movie, we actually reveal that her hair used to be multicolored and rainbow colored. And that just shows that she's a beautiful person inside and has had to hide some of that because of the darkness that's happened in Apocalypseburg. And over the course of the movie, she comes to embrace that joy, that beauty that she's had to hide just to be tough.
Rex Dangervest is someone that Emmet has a bromance with at first. He's everything that Emmet is not. He's an adventurer, he rides dinosaurs. He's just a mix of lots of different action heroes, frankly, that Chris Pratt has played before in his acting career. And he's a total opposite to Emmet, but he's who Emmet thinks he wants to be. He looks at Wildstyle and he thinks that Wildstyle wants him to be Rex, a tougher guy, someone who's fighting dinosaurs and raptors and is more of an Indiana Jones type of character. And then he realized over the course of the movie that Rex may not be who he thinks he is.
Lego Movie 2, we've gone back to the first movie and the rules of the first movie where the characters and the bricks move true to form. This is something that a child could build if they had all the bricks and minifigs in the world. And we've added different elements. So the first movie, the bricks and the minifigures worked true to life and true to how the toys operate. And there are a few things that we dropped in, like a golf ball or paperclip, things from the real world as Finn was playing that dropped into his playset. Now in this movie, the sister's playing with Lego. And so you see real life bricks, but you see different fabrics come into play. You see cloth. You see a few things that a little girl would play with. And that really adds to the artistic style of the movie.
I think we've created some new songs that we're really excited about. And more importantly, our characters sing more in this movie. In the first movie, we had songs, but our characters didn't really sing. And so in this movie, our characters sing to express their emotion. And the story is told through song in many times. And that's really a new thing for us. And that we used to have so much action in our first Lego movie that this movie now, we have action through song. So it's a really new way to express the characters' feelings.
Brought in Mike Mitchell to direct the movie, and we brought in Trisha Gum to be the co-director. And they brought in just new elements to the movie that we didn't have before, new points of view, new visual styles, new sense of humor. Certainly, an important part of this to bring the female perspective to this movie. So Trisha Gum was very, very helpful for that. And so for us, it was, we made the first movie, how do we top ourselves for the second movie? But more importantly, what's the new news? What makes this movie different? What makes you want to see this movie when you've already seen Lego Movie 1? And Mike and Trisha came into it with very fresh eyes. Mike was completely new to the franchise, and Trisha had worked with us on Lego Batman. And so she brought a different perspective. So it's always great to hear new voices. They bring new jokes to the movie. They bring new points of view. And they just look at the movie and the story in a very different way that it's great to have a new fresh voice into the movie.